What's up guys, welcome back to One Life. Got the Fiat Grande Punto behind me and I'm going to show you guys how to fit a dash cam to it today. Show you how to do a front mounted dash cam and a rear mounted dash cam, and the best way to get rid of all the wires so it's neat and it looks nice. They're getting more and more common, dash cams, to keep your insurance down a bit. They give you a bit of peace of mind if you have an accident or someone breaks into the car. So I thought it's a video worth doing. I've had a subscriber request it, so I hope this helps you, mate. Let's get to it. Right, as you can see here, I've laid out the basics of my kit. Now this is a cheapo kit, but they're all very similar. So you're gonna get some sort of mount for your window. So you can choose where this goes, whether it goes sort of at the bottom of the window, obviously on the inside, or the top, and that will also determine your wiring. But the dash cam itself, this little unit, nothing fancy, like I say, it's a cheapo one just for the video, and the screen's cracked, so it'll do for the video. I won't be using it, to be honest with you. And the power supply. Now one end of this lead is going to connect to the dash cam itself to give it a 12 volt power. The other end is either going to be spline wires, just basically wires with connectors on the end, or just loose wires, or it's going to have a cigarette light a bit like this to plug it in. Now it's entirely up to you how you do it, whether you hardwire it into the car so it's sort of tucked in out of the way to be permanent, or if you do think you might want to take it out and use it in another car, you can just use it with this still on. We can still hide the majority of the wiring and then just plug this straight into your cigarette lighter, but most people will want that free for charging your phone, things like that. So I'm going to show you quickly how to put it in quickly and use this for a quick fix, and also how to wire it in. For the back one, you will require extra wiring, but I'll show you how to do that. It's dead simple, really. Might be a bit off-putting, the thought of doing wiring, but it really is basic. So let's get in the car, let's get it mounted on the front. Back inside the Fiat. So, what a lovely day, eh? Rain as per in England. So you've got your little sucker thing. I always find it better to mount what's going on it first and then put it on the window. So this just sort of slides in like that. If you'd like to mount it at the bottom, stick your mount on there. So dash cam itself, that'll pop into that, and it's actually really annoying this to try and mount, I will say. This is just a rough example. I mean, you might want to do it a bit neater or tuck it in a bit more, and it needs adjusting, the actual mounts in it. But for example, so you've mounted your dash cam somewhere near the bottom. There's an easy way on this one to get rid of the wires. So you can connect your wire into the back of the dash cam. It's just one of the big USB port, I don't know what they're called. But it goes into the side here regardless. You'll have something similar on your cam. And you want to get rid of the wire. So basically, some people tape it down the window. What I would recommend, if you're going to leave it in permanently, tuck the wire around the back of the dash cam and then get some super glue and very, very, very lightly tack the wire itself, just, you know, every few centimetres with a tiny dot of super glue. Make sure the window's sort of clean and dry and warmish, not dead cold. And just tack it down the back of the window, sort of behind where you've mounted it. So when you're looking at the cam straight, you can't really see the wire because it goes behind the dash cam. And send it right to the bottom of your windscreen. Once it's at the bottom of the windscreen, it's just going to be a case of tucking the wire away. Now, you might want to use maybe not a screwdriver, maybe like a plastic scraper. I can just about do it with my fingers here. So I'll try and show you. Obviously unravel it all and tuck it all the way around. Now when you get to this bit, it might be a bit fiddly, but there is a gap there where the two plastics join, the cream and the black plastic. You can just force it down, open your passenger door, and you can see you've got a bit of a crease here. Again, it's only sharp, but it's enough to tuck a wire in. This wire you can then tuck all the way down and then just sort of feed it around here. Again, use your super glue again, or a bit of tape if you want. Just tack it around this seam here, send it into the glove box. Right, so like I said, I tacked it down the window, for example. I'm not going to tack it permanently because I need to reuse this wire to show you the rear mount. So you can imagine that's tacked on the back window, so you're looking at it straight from the driver's seat. that wire going right down the centre of where the mount is, you'll only notice the bottom bit of it. It won't be too bad. And I've tucked it down here, you already can't even see it really. Again, tucked it round here into this bit here. So this bit here is a bit where you can't really make it fully disappear. So again, I'd use a couple of tacks of super glue, because once it sits in neatly, you can barely tell it's there. Goes with the car. Again, tuck it nice and neat and in there. Right down to that I'd like to use this bit here, so you can send it round that like that. Again, a couple of tacks of super glue or a bit of tape, very gently, you know, do it neatly, take your time with this. I'm sort of rushing it for the video, and you can make it really neat. Imagine you putting some speaker wire in at home in your living room, same sort of principle, just find places to tuck it out of the way. Now we're keeping this cigarette mount for now, connection should I say. So I'm going to keep on going with this. Send it right down here. In fact, let's try it that way. Instead of going around that bit, send it down there and down this bit into the glove box, and then you can just literally feed it around the back of the glove box. You know, careful it doesn't trap on anything, but there is plenty of void there even when it's shut, so as long as you don't put it near anywhere it's going to get too tight, it won't trap. Send it round and down the bottom. And then you'll see here that you've got the bottom corner of the glove box, and there's a bit of a, you can get your fingers behind it. Ignore the fact that that trim's off, that won't affect it. It's this tyre trim here, so you can get your fingers sort of underneath that, and you can tuck the wire up behind it, maybe get a bit of tape or glue again to hold it there, and bring it right round here. Again, keep tucking it in. It's just all about feeding it in gently, taking your time, and you can end up, if you pack it all neatly, with a little bit of wire, and this will sit in there neatly for when you want to plug it in. When you're ready, stick it in, and you have power. As you can see, the lights come on, the thing's got power, the screen's on. You have a working dash cam. It's as simple as that. This video has took me just under 6 minutes to show you all that, and to be fair, it's pretty much fitted. It is a bit rough, the wire's sticking out in places, but if you take your time, tuck it in, use a bit of glue or tape where necessary, you will end up with a fully working dash cam within 20 minutes, half an hour, that you fitted yourself. As you can see, there's no card, but the screen does. I'll just pull it off the mount to show you. You see my front window through there, and we can even use the dash cam. I'll record the dash cam recording me. As you can see, it works. Guys, I hope you found this useful. That is how to fit a front mounted dash cam without hardwiring it, I will say. Yeah, all is good. I've got no memory card in it, but if I had the card, I could literally start recording, put it back in the mount, and off we go. I hope you found that bit useful. Now, some of you sat there saying, well, I don't want to use a cigarette lighter, it's in the way and I can't charge my phone. If you want to hardwire it, it's as simple as this. You've got the bit itself. Don't cut it, you need to cut this off. Don't cut it right near there, because then you'll have no wire if you ever want to put that back on. Cut it, say, there. Leave yourself plenty of wire on the cigarette connection, because you can always put that back if you needed to. You're going to cut the wire, I'm going to open the glove box, pop it down using that screw in the corner. I've showed you how to do that in the fuse box video, so if you're not sure, check that video out. I'll put a link to the fuse box video at the top of the screen now, in case you need it to get to the fuse box and understand where it is. There is a fuse box at the back here, you can just about see there in the dark. I'll put a light on in a minute. Now, I'm not going to cut this in this video as I don't want to, but you're going to cut it, you're going to reveal two wires, a positive and a negative wire. If you're not sure how wiring works, then you probably shouldn't be doing this job. Look it up. If you don't know the basics of positive and negative, live and neutral, then I probably wouldn't do this yourself. If you do, laugh in. Cut the wire, expose two wires, positive and neutral, and we're going to choose a fuse. Now, we're going to choose a fuse that's suitable on, that I'll let you know in a minute, and then go to the back of the fuse box and find the wire coming off the said fuse and spline into it. What we're not going to do is what previous people have done in this car for the radio, is ram a wire into the front of the fuse box. You might see on videos that's a quick fix. Yes, it works, but the chances of your fuse lasting 2 minutes are very low. So don't ram a wire into the front of the fuse box. Find the wire for the fuse you want to use at the back of the fuse box and connect up to that wire rather than the fuse, and then it's a bit of a safer, more durable connection that's not going to cause it to short and trip out. So literally you can pick the fuse you use, there's loads of them there. It's a bit fiddly to get to the back of the box. If you have to, pull the old glove box out, get to the back of the box and literally connect the positive and neutral wires from inside this to the positive and neutral wires at the back of your chosen fuse, and then it will be permanently wired. So basically you'll have that effect of like the light on and the power permanently. So every time you turn the car on, oh, this is a good one, if you pick the wrong fuse it could stay live, so you want to pick something that only works when the car's on. Right guys, I'm going to quickly talk you through a rear mount dash cam. So let's say you want a rear mount to look behind you, what's coming up behind you. Again, they're very useful, perfect load, you'd have two front and back. So it's a case of mounting the dash cam like that onto the back window, and without going into too much detail, it is very, very simple. Like I've done on the front, you're going to start off with it on the window, top or bottom. Now on this, the boot opens, so it's a bit different to the front, so you're mostly going to put it somewhere around here at the top of the back window, and then you can go straight into the rubber seal, which I'm going to try and get now on the camera. The rubber seal that goes round the sort of inside of the back of the car where the boot shuts there. That rubber seal is perfect for just lifting up like that and tucking a wire behind. When you put it into the rubber seal at the top here and get ready to start working your way around and down, make sure you leave plenty of slack on the wire because the boot has to open and close. It's not a massive gap at the top of the bit, but there's a bit of a gap, so make sure you leave a bit of a loop on the wire so this boot can open and close without dragging on it. And then you're going to send it down here, down this rubber, and see all these little gaps that come round into the back of the car. You know, down here you've got loads of places to put wires. It's only if tucked a thin wire. What I do personally is I'd send it down that back window rubber and into the boot, get it as low as you possibly can to the floor of the boot, and then send it along the floor and drag it, put the seats down, and you can tuck it down the edge of the back seats like this. Now when you get to this bit you might be thinking, where are we going to go now? So you've got the wire to sort of the back seats there, and you've got all these plastic trims at the bottom as you walk in. These all have a lip on them, so you can tuck the wire down there in where the seat rail is, not into the rail but at the side of the seat rail there. Keep it tucked under this and send it under that trim there. We're going into the front of the car now where the bonnet release is, and literally up that trim into the back of the glove box where you can hardwire it into your fuse box like I said earlier, or just carry it on to there. Now the wire won't be long enough for a rear mount on most kits, which is where you'll use a bit of old speaker wire or radio wire, something like this. I've just grabbed this as an example just to extend it, again connecting your positive and your neutral, your live and your neutral, whatever you want to call it, to the end of said wire, and then connect your cigarette lighter connection, or just use the wires to hardwire it into the fuse box at the other end of your extension piece. Should give you some extra wire. But as you can see, it's fairly simple, and with little work and little money. You know, if you buy a cheap dash cam like this, you can have a functioning camera in your car for £40–50. If you're in the States, probably do it for $50, $60. And as you can see, I'm just using this to film the Fiesta S. I've not done a video on for a while, but we will do soon. We will do very soon. I'm very close to 100 subscribers, as you guys might have noticed, and I've got a great 100 subscriber special planned, which involves the Fiesta and a new set of tyres. But that's all I'm gonna say. Guys, my name's Sam Clark, you're watching One Life, and this is another tutorial showing you how to fit a dash cam to, my voice went then, how to fit a dash cam to a Fiat Grande Punto. I hope it was useful. I hope, you know, this is a popular one because they are really common, these dash cams now. If you want to know any more information about wiring, about mounting it, about where to put the wires, anything at all, drop us a comment and I will answer it. I always try and answer all my questions, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Guys, this is One Life, another tutorial. I'll see you again soon. Peace.